Well, good morning, Scouters Mountain students and families and community members. Happy Friday. Can you believe what's going on outside? It is Friday, February 12th. It is the start of Lunar New Year. Many of our families celebrating Lunar New Year, but a lot of you also celebrating the weather outside. Welcome into the morning messages. Hey, Mr. Long, what do we need to know today? Well, the first thing you may need to know is why does Mr. Long look like he's at a different location? Now, I would like to say this is my house. This is not my house. I'm actually staying in a hotel. For those of you that don't know, I've been doing the announcing for the Trailblazers, which is in downtown Portland. It got to be pretty snowy and icy as the game ended last night, so I decided to play it safe, and I stayed in a hotel, and it sounds like I may have to continue staying in a hotel tonight. There's another game tonight that I'll be on TV and on the radio for. I'll give you a sense of what it looks like. Here it is right outside my hotel room, outside the window. Look at the weather outside. This is in downtown Portland. You can see kind of the snow coming down. There goes a bus going by. The cars are moving kind of slowly, and that makes me a little nervous driving all the way back home and then all the way back here for tonight's game. So Mr. Long is in a hotel today. It was very comfortable, very nice place. And I just haven't had any breakfast or anything yet. I got to figure out how I'm going to get that. So hopefully all of you have had your breakfast. You're ready for a Friday of distance learning. As I said before, Lunar New Year begins today. Happy Lunar New Year to all of our families that celebrate that special time. February, of course, also Black History Month, which we've been studying throughout the month. We'll focus on a different historical figure each day. Today's figure, Ruby Bridges. And lots of you learned lots of great things about Ruby Bridges. We'll learn about that. Thanks for those of you that sent things in. And your report card, oh, that's right, your report card, even with the snow and ice, I believe is still going to be available later on today. We'll send you an email about that, and we'll send your families an email about that when they can get it on that app called Parent View. They can take a look at your report card. I'm sure you did great these last 9 weeks or so, and we'll start a brand new grading period after President's Day weekend. Remember, no school on Monday because of President's Day. Well, it is snowy and icy where you are. And as I said, for the first time this year for Morning Messages, I am not in the Scouters Mountain studio. I'm actually in a different location. I'm in a hotel in downtown Portland, very close to the Moda Center where the Trailblazers play. And I think this is where I'll be doing my online learning today and communicating with all of you. Keep logging into Music PE, Mrs. Bell's Google Classrooms, especially as we start another quarter, because everything starts over. So if you didn't get the grade you were hoping for in music or PE, make sure you start logging in. You've got to get credit for taking part in those lessons every other day or so. There's 2 lessons per week. Mrs. Bell's Google Classroom, you don't get a grade in that, but it's also a great place to go visit. She has tons of wonderful activities in there. So I'd encourage you to go look at that. And the Health and Wellness website. If you haven't found that yet and you don't know where that is, you can always email me, email the office, or call the office. We can direct you in the right direction. Remember, Mrs. Whiteley not with us this year, so all of your health and wellness lessons, which are not graded but still important for you to do, those are on a specific website. We can get you that web address. All right. Any questions? You know where to get a hold of me. Don't call the school today. I'm not there. Nobody is at school today, but you can always email me, longc@nclac.k12.or. .us. Who is celebrating a birthday this week? Remember, we had birthdays every day this week. So Jonah on Monday, Henry on Tuesday, Fitz on Wednesday, Stephen yesterday, and today, happy birthday, Vivian. I'm sure she got a nice surprise this morning when she woke up. She's not the only birthday today, though. Also celebrating a birthday is Hank in 3rd grade. Happy birthday, Hank, who is celebrating his birthday on a snow day today. So Vivian and Hank, nice surprise. Looking outside, there's light snow falling where I am. Not sure what it's like where you are. And then Abby and Arna, we put you on today's and this week because, well, no school on Monday. So no morning messages on Monday because of President's Day. So Abby and Arna, happy birthday to you coming up after this weekend. All right, our challenge has always been, it has been celebrating Black History Month. We're also celebrating Lunar New Year today. There is a special edition of the Morning Messages that's already posted online on the website, on my website. Look at Mr. Long's website to celebrate Lunar New Year. We had lots of families send in pictures and videos and slides. It is, of course, the year of the ox, the year of the ox. Happy Lunar New Year to all of our families who are partaking in that celebration starting today. Hopefully you get a chance to see that special video that's on our website in the same places that the morning messages are on. So look for that. You can find that on my website. So go, if we don't have it on the front cover, the main website, go to staff, go to Mr. Long and find his webpage, and you'll find it there. Happy Lunar New Year to all of you who celebrate that. Now, another challenge that we've been doing all month long, that is celebrating Black History Month. That continues this week and today. It'll continue into next week. Remember, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I show you a famous picture of a famous person in Black history, in American history. Some of you have seen this one before because I know you've studied this little girl who is not a little girl anymore, but is still alive. And what makes her so important, especially in this photo? She is still alive today. Who is this person? Why is she important? I challenge you to do some research on your own. And lots of you are citing your sources. You're telling me where you're getting your information from. You're doing an outstanding job as we continue to celebrate Black History Month. That, of course, is Ruby Bridges, one of the first African Americans or Black children to attend an all-white school. That is called integration, when blacks and whites and people of all colors are allowed to go to the same school. Now today, that might sound a little strange to you. Why wouldn't people be allowed to go to the same school? But in Ruby Bridges' time, blacks and whites were not allowed to attend the same schools because of the color of their skin. Well, Ruby was the first one to go to an all-white school. So let's find out what some of your fellow Coyotes came up with. This is Suri from 5th grade, did an outstanding job here. As you can see, Ruby Bridges is still alive. She was born in 1954. In 1960, when she was 5 or 6 years old, she was chosen for integration to go to a white school. She was a very bright girl, aced the test that allowed her to attend white school in New Orleans. She was brave and dedicated to learning, the first African-American child to desegregate William Frantz Elementary School. Desegregate, that means blacks and whites could go to school at the same time, in the same place. Barbara Henry, a white Boston native, was the only teacher willing to teach her. So not only did community members not want blacks and whites to go to school together, the teachers, they didn't want to teach black students. The only student in her class, Barbara Henry, Ruby Bridges was the only teacher in Barbara Henry's class, in Mrs. Henry's class, and she had to sit alone to have lunch, but never missed a day of school. Ruby had tremendous courage. She never missed a day of school. In 1999, so about, 22 years ago, she established the Ruby Bridges Foundation to promote tolerance and create change throughout education. Super job by Suri in 5th grade and Mr. Cook and Mrs. Grimm's room to give us all of that information. You can see she cited all of her sources at the bottom. This is from Kate Jansen, also in Mr. Cook and Mrs. Grimm's room. What was Ruby Bridges known for? At the age of 6, she was known for being the first African-American student to go to an all-white school, William Frantz Elementary. Barbara Henry was the only teacher who agreed to teach her. And for the first year, Ruby Bridges was the only student in her class. Ruby was brave and courageous. Boy, that's the truth. Even though people threw things and yelled at her. She has the Ruby Bridges Foundation that promotes the values of tolerance, respect, and appreciation of all differences. And as Suri taught us, that Ruby Bridges Foundation was opened in 1999. Great facts, Kate Jansen. Thanks for sending all those in. Can you imagine having things thrown at you and being yelled at school simply for the color of your skin, yet you keep going day after day after day? Ruby never missed a day of school, and she was the only student in her class with her white teacher, Mrs. Henry. All right, let's move along. There, we know that spun around, so that must be Nikhil. Ruby Bridges was the first black person to go to an all-white kindergarten, William Frantz Elementary. White people were protesting and swearing at Ruby Bridges, but she still went to the school. Also, did you know that Ruby Bridges is still alive? Yes, we did know that. She is 66 years old. There she is then. There's the picture that we showed on the left. There she is now, looking good. Miss Bridges in that was probably 2020 or so, maybe 2021, I'm not sure. Let's move right along. So, as we continue to celebrate Black History Month, who is our next person that we'll be focusing on? Do you know who that person is? Very famous person in Black history and in American history. Do you recognize who that might be? Who is this person and why is he important? Well, as we continue our study of Black History Month, you'll have till Wednesday to complete this one. That, of course, is Frederick Douglass. Make sure you look up Frederick Douglass. What makes Frederick Douglass so important as he speaks out against slavery and helps people who are fighting against slavery. You'll find out all about that as we continue our study in Black History Month of February. Super job by all of our students. You can send me emails, you can send me photos, you can send me slides, all to longc@nclac.k12.or.us. Can't wait to see what you come up with. All right, let's get to our daily contest we do every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. It's called Where in Happy Valley Did Mr. Long Take This Photo, which is, that's kind of a long title for a contest. There's the one we had last time. Now, as you can see there, that's actually a different photo. I didn't mean to put that one in there because it gives it away. It says it right on the front. Well, it didn't matter. The one I showed you, it was under construction, but lots of you got it anyway. Where was I? Well, there we go right there. Let's get to that slide. This is Cerise, who says you were at Sunnyside Elementary School. Yes, I was. And there's the photo that showed up that shouldn't have before we started this contest. There is Kate Jansen, who says, where were you? I'll tell you where I was as that fades away. Good picture from Kate Jansen as well. And it says Sunnyside Elementary, right down the road from us on Sunnyside Road. We love our Sunnyside Road Runners right down the road. That's their nickname, as we are the Coyotes, Sunnyside Road Runners. Who else came up with that answer? Well, of course, Nikhil did, and it'll spin in there. The photo was taken at Sunnyside Elementary School. So great job by all of our students to figure out our friends down the road at Sunnyside Elementary. Who solved that mystery? Well, we saw the slides. Sari did it, Kate did it, and so did Nikhil. They're kind of the all-stars of this morning messages. They send in everything this time. You can do that too. You know where to send all this information, to my email address. Let's get this next one. And remember, this won't be due till Wednesday. This might be a little trickier because it definitely was not taken recently, as you can tell by the weather outside. There it is right there. That's obviously a baseball field. That's called a foul pole down the line. If a ball hits that, that's a home run. If it hits that, if it goes on the, as we're looking at it on the left side, that's a foul ball. I don't know why they call it a foul pole. They could also call it a fair pole because it hits that. That's a home run. This is a complex right in our neighborhood. Lots of baseball and softball takes place there. I miss baseball and softball. If you're a baseball and softball fan, hopefully we'll be able to have a season later on this spring. Gosh, I hope so. But obviously that's a nice day. Looks like it was taken on a sunny day. Where is that? That is a particular park in Happy Valley. And I'll give you a hint. It's going to be part of a brand new school coming to us very, very soon that all of you, if you still live in the same place you do now, will eventually go to. So that photo will be not far from where you go to school in a matter of years. Where is that photo? You can always send the answer, you know where, right there, longc@nclac.k12.or.us. All right, before we move on, we always have a few catch-up photos or videos when people send in some things, and maybe they missed the deadline for those. That's okay. We'll still get it on the air. And this one comes from Austin. We had a mystery picture not too long ago. Mr. Long was in a pizza restaurant, and Austin thinks he figured it out. Let's listen in.
Go. Hi, Mr. Long.
Hi, Austin.
Well, I think where you took that photo is at this Little Caesars. It's because we go to there a lot of times.
I do too.
Well, just sometimes, actually.
Just sometimes? Well, I go there all the time, Austin. And you got it. It was at Little Caesars Pizza. Nice job. Let me turn down the volume again so we don't blast everyone out. But great job, Austin, getting that turned in. Let's wrap up today's show, as we always do, with our joke of the day. Remember, I can always use more of these. I don't want to have to go to Zero the Hero again to get jokes. We've had a few more sent in, but I could always use yours. Jordan Kroll in 4th grade sends in this joke, and I think it's appropriate with Valentine's Day coming up on Sunday. What did one blueberry say to the other blueberry on Valentine's Day? I don't know, Jordan. What did one blueberry say to the other blueberry on Valentine's Day? Jordan tells us, I love you very much. Well, I love you very much too, Jordan, for sending that in. And all of our students who participate in the morning messages, I hope you have a great day today. If you have a joke of the day, make sure you email it, or even better, send a video of you telling it. I've got a couple that'll be coming up here, but I could always use more. Send a video of you telling it to Mr. Long so we can get it on the morning messages. There's the email address once again right there. You've seen that many times. Want to hear your jokes? Want to hear what you find out about Frederick Douglass? Want to hear about the mystery photo? Anything else? Maybe some photos of you playing in the snow or some videos of you playing in the snow? You can send it all right here. In the meantime, have a great day today. I know all of us are at home, Mr. Long. in a hotel right now getting ready for another Trailblazers game tonight. I hope all of you have a wonderful day. I think some of you will be celebrating Valentine's Day and friendship in your classroom throughout the day today. I'll try to drop in. Have a great day today. Remember, no school on Monday because of President's Day, so our next morning messages won't be until Wednesday. So let's see, that will be the 17th. So we'll see you right back here, not Monday, but on Wednesday, February 17th.